when, if specifically AI, Madhur, it's very different from what a business analytics person do. But it actually, if you talk about, what a key responsibilities of a data person is, that kind of forms a basis for, for the future advancements. It could be automation, it could be a machine learning models, it could be anything. Maybe I can give an example and explain that. So, as I mentioned that there was a problem with, loss of sales. There's a problem with loss of sales. So you are not able to kind of manage your supply and demand. So you basically arrive to that conclusion using your data analytics skills. But now what? You might give a suggestion that is short term, right? You might, give a suggestion that this particular region is affected. You can maybe, do some changes here at a short level. But when you go on a longer or wider aspects of things, as in like, what about like if this happens again, what I'm going to do? So there, I think automation and your machine learning plays a crucial role. In this example, suppose I do not have a proper access of my supply and demand numbers, and I'm not able to maintain those numbers. So usually what people do, they try to automate this stuff by introducing forecasting model. Forecasting is a process where you basically check the historical data on each and every date. It might have different parameters included in it, and you basically, based on your past sales, you kind of estimate what your future demand could be, basically. So if you have a future demand based on your insights that were generated using the data points that you have generated, that kind of helps in automating it in future. So I would say there are a lot of trends going on, but the basis is data, and that is that carry forward to automation, machine learning, forecasting. It could be anything basically.
I think currently business analytics is expanding immensely into the data space, and particularly when I say data, what I've seen is in the cloud space, we see a lot of work going on there. Like when I say cloud, again, I mean Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, for those who are not aware of like these terminologies. And I see that space is expanding enormously, because even if I look at the projects that I worked on, at one point we were working on 10 projects, which was say very heavy on back and front end technologies, and all of a sudden we transitioned wherein we just had requirements of data engineers, data analysts just coming in like anything. Even now, if you go to any of the career sites, even on LinkedIn, you'll find like data analyst roles open there, which are just endless, right? So I feel like it's going to be very data heavy, and particularly in the cloud space. So if you have like a background with Databricks, data lakes, data warehousing, I think it's definitely going to help, because I see that that's where the future, and I see a lot of companies investing in there as well. And again, that's more coming from the fact that everyone wants like a centralized data platform wherein they can utilize that, they can run their their business better, they can utilize whatever learnings they have from that data to kind of change the way their strategy of the overall companies work. So I feel like data in the future, even now, if you see companies like Google, Facebook, they're running mainly based on the data that they collect from the users, right? Even Amazon, like the way that Amazon works, because the process is so efficient, is just because they've learned so much from all the trends that they've had in the past. So I feel like data is going to play a very critical role, and those people who want to become business analysts, having these extra data skill sets that I just mentioned will definitely give you an edge. And also look at these different cloud technologies, because I feel like the future of technologies and the tech industry is definitely going to lie in this cloud space. So yeah, I think cloud and data is my key bets that I'm going to have for the future of tech, definitely.
Right. So if I talk about my workspace and workplace and how it, like I have seen the growth of having manual processes and shifting towards completely automated processes. It has given a huge, the transition, because if I talk about my work, currently so my work is basically managing the settlements or payments with whatever happens in the forex market or in the money market thing. And all of these trades, initially, I think about 10 years back, they were all happening manually. Like a trader would book a trade, and it would come down to settlements and payments fee, and they would ensure that each payment is getting done. So you have to tick it, and then there's a whole process. Now all of this is automated, so we're saving tons and tons of time. Even it's not just human time and even machine time, because it is processing at amplified rates. Because everything with respect to machine learning, and now we have Web 3.0, which is metaverse. And I'm not sure if everyone knows, but HM has already started their online clothing store on metaverse, that where people can actually go on, try on the things. So I think there is going to be a vast shift from everything that is manual to an extent where everything could be automated. So there is where the shift is happening, as how I see it. And if we translate to how business analytics is going to be affected by it, is every business, regardless of any industry or any profession that you're in, data is going to play a major role. Even our income tax system is going to be digitalized now. So I mean, that is the extent where we are going to, and everything. So one thing that you really need to understand is data, which is basically numbers, and how it is going to benefit your company or your business in here.